So hi and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. We are at the top of the tower in Heritage Hill in Defiance Bay, and we have just learned how to talk or read, I should say, these Engwithian runes. So perhaps we can deactivate this machine that is containing or attracting souls or something.
Alright then.
So let's talk to Aldhelm and see if we can do something.
Flesh.
Okay. Aldhelm has degenerated significantly. He looked ready to pounce on me when I tried to talk to him. If I want his help, I need to send a victim to him. Yeah, so I could send some guys to him before, but I didn't. Let's not care about him. You recognize words for end and for hold. The dial is currently fixed on hold. You also recognize an inscription that manner in which you turn the dial is a means of throttling the device. So I guess end would be the nicest thing to do. As the command words leave your lips, the dial sinks into the Ardra and upper your hand. the Ardra under your hand. Something like a thunderclap sounds overhead. The glow fades from the machine as it falls dormant. Defiance Bay major positive. So we got a lot of positive reputation. And oops. So that's a thunderclap. Is that all?
Still and silent.
Yeah.
It's finally over.
One might think that the quest should be updated. Perhaps it is. Yeah, seems like we finished this one. That was anticlimactic, if something. So let's go and speak to the head warden in Brackenbury then. Not that I know why, but at least we have to go there with our Alot the mage, because
Of course.
he liked to go to the Sanitarium as well. I think it was him at least. Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed about that, leaving at a cliffhanger. Oh, okay. Beg your pardon, I have a message for you. You are summoned to Hadret House, where Lady Webb wishes to meet with you as soon as possible. Okay. How did you know where to find me? Well, it's Lady Webb. She knows everything. Tell me about Lady Webb. Do you not know Lady Webb? She's, well, no one's seen her exactly in a long time, but she's a mistress of Dunrid Row. She's been as long as anyone can remember. She's supposed to be old, older than anybody, perhaps an undead. She never leaves her room. Some say she's wasted away and she's just a pile of bones kept animated by dark magics. She's still at it, best at anyone. Okay. She's still at it, best anyone can tell. Learning things, keeping us safe, pulling the strings behind the throne too, it said. Has a ring of ciphers doing her bidding, telling her everything that goes on. You do wrong in this country, before you go asking the gods for forgiveness, best ask Lady Webb first. What's Dunrid Row? A whole mess of ciphers, run out of Hadret House. They make their business to keep the peace, but they don't like you to see them do it. Was this where I could do the quest for the knights? Problem in this city have a way of going away on their own, and when that happens you have a pretty good guess as to why. Okay, so where can I find the Hedred house? In Brackenbury, my lord. Yeah, we was going there anyway. The southwest corner. You find a lady upstairs. Well, very well. The Hermit of Hedred's house. Okay, so we got a new main quest. That's cool. Very well. Let's just double time it. Have the exit over here. The tower, it's off. Does this mean the curse on Heritage Hill is lifted? It wasn't a curse, but yes, the district is safe again. I think it will be some time before anyone is willing to settle in the district again. But at least we can start on restoring it. Yeah, you are welcome. Let's go to Brackenbury. It's a 30 minutes walk, so I hope they have good shoes. Oh, that's Hedred's house. And there's the Sanitarium. So where to first? Let's go to the Sanitarium first. Because of reasons. Retrieve Hellig's research from Modred's laboratory.
Nice and quiet.
Yeah, I'm just sneaking about. Can read some books. Or you can read some books while I... Oh my god, this was one long book. Okay. Yeah. Kudos to anyone that read all this. Yeah. I hope this one is shorter. Yeah, a bit. Okay.
Hey.
I shall be discreet.
Animancer, Pyramid. Some more books. Why not? This will be an episode of reading books. We can learn everything there is about animancers here. So. And the last one. A psalm. I could sing it for you if you like. Head Warden Ethelmore. Let's talk to that one. There is a human soul stored beneath the stonework. You feel the attention turn towards you. It has been some time since I watched you grace these halls. I am envious of your natural insights, traveler. I can only imagine how it might have helped my work in life. Now, what is it that brought you to my sanitarium? So, I have a lot of these questions that I'm interested in, so let's just start with the first one. You may have a member of the Leaden Key in your midst. I could have done without hearing that today. Many have their intrusions been into our affairs. Of course, one can seldom be certain whether they've meddled or whatever calamity they has struck on its own, but a few of the less skilled infiltrators has been exposed from time to time. They are a perpetual nuisance. Once again, I'm reminded of how envious I am of your gifts. I suspect they would be of some use in verifying one's identity. You are at odds with the Leaden Key as well, I take it. I don't really know, but guess so. They are up to something and I'm trying to determine what. They are always up to something. Of that you may rest assured. If their plots have come to involve you, you have my sympathies. Do you have some idea of who this person might be? I suspect it's a patient. Very well, in that case I would recommend you speak first with our resident animancers. They have frequent interactions with both patients and colleagues. You'll find them up here or in the offices downstairs. You will report anything suspicious to me immediately. This is my only request. Or else. I'm looking for an animancer called Modred, because I'm looking for this grimoire. Modred, of course. You'll find him downstairs in the first room on the right. That was straightforward. I am curious as how you come to be in your present state. In the statue you mean? Well, I was old and it seemed wrong to me. A lifetime spent in pursuit of discovery only to loosen it all in death. Somewhere, someday I will wake up in a new body, none the wiser and pursue a different course entirely. All that experience wasted. If we are ever to unearth the principles behind our existence, it will be in spite of our condition. Of that I am quite sure. To live on as part of something I helped build seemed to me a better legacy than what nature had in store. The transfer itself was quite simple as our techniques go, and for that I am grateful. Playing with souls is far easier to accept when they are not your own. I do miss being able to take an active role in the scholarly efforts here. Now and again one of the animancers will humor me and consult me over some problem, but they are a jealous breed and are too often afraid to collaborate. If you are considering it yourself, I can tell you that it isn't for easily bored. Yeah. Being a statue sounds quite boring. Tell me about the Sanitarium. A history lesson. This is a rare pleasure. Most come in here only concerned with cheating death in one way or another. We are an old institution as Deerwood goes. This is our 94th year. As with many cities, the growth of the Defiance Bay brought with it a host of problems. One of the worst was that those born with, shall we say, ill-favored souls came to populate the streets in droves. Thus the Sanitarium. Brackenbury was a natural fit. It was growing, but there was also a lot of money here back then. This place owes its survival to the curiosity of the wealthy more than anything, I think. Our founding came at a time of great suspicion in animacy, much like today. So much progress has been lost to the mishaps of a few careless practitioners. But in time it was forgotten that all things are. Since then we have been in the forefront on animacy's resurgence. We have played a host to many gifted researchers and pushed the boundaries of our knowledge in ways we never thought possible. Some of the first safe transference were done here, and we have pioneered work in soul purification, lineage analysis, preservation. It's really quite a list, if you pardon my pride. Okay. Today it's it's a long history lesson, that's for sure. Today it's, well, I can't say it's exactly the same. There's been some push to shut us down. It comes from Deerwood's more excitable denizens, whose minds are more passionate than thoughtful, I'm afraid. People see this legacy, and they see it involves something they don't understand. So it's natural for them to suspect people whose understanding exceeds theirs. It looks to them like we are hiding something. We have a representative in the palace this very moment defending the entire science of animancy at a hearing before the Tuck. Absurd as it sounds. If it does not go well, it could be the end of animancy in Deerwood. I fear Avar may be swayed by all the unrest. A rational thought it may be, we shall see. Does anyone here know anything about awakenings? There's an animancer on the lower floor who came all the way from a reservoir to study them. Take the stairs down and look for Belaseg. The man who waits. Yeah, so I'm curious about this Alot quest.
Hey.
Let's continue exploring.
Margaret's
Whoa.
fire casts light in dark places.
Can we talk with this guy? Stop talking so I can see your name. Waldmer. Well, I guess I can talk with you. I'm just going to read your books. I feel almost like one of these, like a small kid that is reading all the comics in the store without buying them. But this time I'm stealing them. Okay. Can I talk to you? Or are you just an imagination? This chapter is currently busy. Can you hear me, Oswin? I haven't even read what it was talking about. Oh well. Okay. Oh, did he stop? No, he did not. Screw it.
My eyes are peeled.
Let's read some more books instead. Because it's so funny.
Hey.
There must be some achievement of finding a lot of these books. Okay. Having the offices in the basement seems a bit dull. Yeah, it was someone to the right, they said. Yeah, so here's the one with the grimoire.
Good day, stranger.
Can I help you? What are you working on? My area of focus is wichts. More specifically, how to cure them. What's a wicht? A hollowborn who received a transplanted animal soul during infancy. One of the animals' early efforts to cure their legacy. If not a successful one, they show signs of developmental abnormalities throughout their childhood, but when they reach adolescence they become aggressive feral, but still victims in need of care. Okay. Transplanting animal souls into children seems like an odd solution. We animancers, we're trying to do something about the crisis. Better than letting it swallow a generation of children. And despite the controversy, It only went so far because at first it seemed to work. People called it the salvation. Children never been more responsive to any kind of stimuli, suddenly seemed aware of the surroundings of their families. The complication don't begin until puberty, but that's when the incompatibilities between body and soul take shape. Children became violent, ravenous. But we paid dearly for our mistake, I promise you. Angry mobs hunted down animancers and burned down their homes, with them still inside, often as not. People took it to calling it the cruel salvation, and many still loathe us for it. But we wanted to stop the legacy as much as anyone. The public begged for our help, and we did the best we could. I still don't know if that absolves us. So this is interesting because I know that the creators of this game, they try to make animancy kind of a research that is not black or white, it's in the gray. I mean, they do this study to help people, but they are hurting people as well. So why did you study what kind of question is that? Just think of all the families that could be healed, the lives that could be restored. What could be more important? Animancer has an answer here, I know it. It's simply a matter of working it out. I don't know if I should mention Helig. Has anything unusual been happening around here? You must be joking, this is a sanitarium. Nothing is unusual. Nothing is usual down here. Although, now that I think of it, the patients seem more agitated lately, but they are Cademan Asa's responsibility, not mine. Does the name Helig mean anything to you? Helig, is a colleague of mine. He was primarily a necromancer, but he was involved in animancy too. He worked at the Sanitarium for several years. I dare say everyone here has heard of him. So it's interesting. I think this is the first time I heard about necromancy. He left his post recently. I believe he was seeking new opportunities in the Valayan republics. The advances they are making in animancy really are quite remarkable. Surely you heard. Perhaps you haven't. Do you know a woman named Rovnia? No, I don't get out of the Sanitarium much. About Helig. As I said, he no longer works here. I've heard it differently. Just what are you insinuating? Is this some kind of a joke? I assure you, it's in very poor taste. Crack your knuckles. Helig wasn't joking, and neither am I. I have enough of these baseless. Wait, you spoke to Helig? Helig lives in a matter of speaking. Let's go with the clever one. He's talkative for a dead man, but that's if anyone figure out how to do that, it would be him, wouldn't it? He sighs. Very well, yes, I killed him. I killed that beast because nobody else had a spine for it. He was a madman, years of perverse experiments, twisting healthy souls, torturing damaged souls, and for what? He flayed the essence from Glathalanth indigents for his amusement. If the public had known half of his deeds, they'd have razed this place to the ground. He used the Sanitarium to disguise his own sick proclivities. He brought shame on all of us and put the entire discipline at risk. I regret nothing. Anyway, now you know the whole grisly story. Helig said you stole a grimoire from him. Let's go with this one. Helig said you stole a grimoire from him. His grimoire? What's that madman been telling you? He said you kept it in the trunk over there. You've been misled. There's no grimoire here. And Helig never intended you to find one. That wretched thing has an insatiable hunger for blood. Thank you for denying him. I hope you can convince him now to return and... I can convince you now to return and slay him once and for all. He has something I need. Yeah, so I don't know what he's promised you, but he's already lied to you about the grimoire. I don't have it. If what I've told you about that evil, deceitful man wasn't swayed you, I don't know what else to say. Trust him at your own peril. So, I entered Brackenbury Sanitarium. According to Helig, Modred keeps everything of value in the trunk in his laboratory. He's given me a key to open it. Modred confessed to killing Helig, but also explained that Helig was a wild and dangerous man. I could continue helping Helig, or I could return to the catacombs and finish what Modred started. So, yeah. Let's check out his trunk. In the corner of Modred's lab rests a large weathered trunk. It seems likely to contain something important, if only by virtue of its size. So, nothing grabs her attention except for the large padlock on the front. Whatever the animator keeps in here, he does not want anyone else to have or see it. Open the trunk. Okay, did I give him my key?
Hello.
That was silly.
Keeping an eye out.
Let's try to find the Bella Sage. It wasn't that hard.
Welcome.
See if she can help Alot. Ikosi, here I am, looking so hard for answers in my research, and I do not see the kith standing in front of me. What can I do? Yeah. What do you do here? According to my research grant, I study awakenings. Sublimating pre-awakening souls has been one of Animance's greatest successes, and I'm working on a method to replicate the process on awakening souls. But the truth is I find few suitable subjects here. Waidwen's legacy has left plenty of awakened souls, but most are too broken for study. I fear I will return to Devia with nothing to show for my efforts. You're in luck. I have a volunteer. Yalad, who is it? I don't know about this. Don't be silly. The process is perfectly harmless. All you must do is stand in that cage. Okay. I beg your pardon? I jest. Your Adrians are so uptight. I do not even know what the thing is used for. It belonged to the last occupant of this office, I think. Now they upgrade him to a cell. Again, I jest. So I need you to sit here and try to relax, but don't try too hard. Then you will not be relaxing. Indeed. Yeah, well, go and sit then. And you must also wear these. A little cold, but the copper will help conduct the essence. So some copper bands to his forehands and wrists. Now I will examine your soul through my scope. It is fitted with Adra lenses cut at different thicknesses and concavities. By manipulating them, I find angles and density that will allow me to track the anomalies of your soul. How exciting! I've never seen this sort of thing perform. It seems suitable and complicated. Does this mean we'll get to talk to Isilmir more? I like that lady. So that's Alot's schizophrenic side. But first, we must find this cunning interloper. You will answer some personal questions while I make adjustments. Don't worry, I'm sure we won't hear any of it. Very well. To begin, tell me something personal, something from the time before your awakening. There's nothing to tell, I was just a normal child living in Sithwood. What do you remember about your home? Let's go to parents. Home, parents, parents. Mother is away most of the time with the Taines family, but I always know when she is coming home. Father bottles accumulate like storm clouds on the horizon. His fits of temper become swifter and more violent. It still shames him knowing that her hemneg to another man supports us better than his labors as a steward. This is good, I'm starting to see something. Continue, tell us about the time you awakened. I'm in my 5th year of training, Mother is home. I can let my guard down a little because when she's around he's usually only angry with her, but he has heard that I have had trouble casting missiles, that my flame shields are unstable. He is furious that I have failed, and Mother's presence reminds him that he has failed too. The first blow takes me by surprise. One moment I'm sweeping the kitchen, the next I'm sprawled on the ground, stupidly looking at flecks of my blood on the tile. His boots, glistening with fresh polish, thud across the floor. He kicks me in the stomach and I curl up to shield my vitals. But it's pointless. Protecting one thing only leaves something else exposed. Still huddled on the ground, I retreat as fast as I can. I retreat until the vision of the kitchen and my own trembling knees is nothing but a pinprick against a field of black. Madiko! He's hypnotized himself with his old memory. You've got to bring him out of it, quickly. I almost have it. Let's go with shaking him a bit. We've scuttled him off. A wild thing daisy, that one. Okay, that's it. I'm seeing a shift in his essence, something spreading and congealing. Keep talking, he seems to respond to you. What brought you here? Cracking bones and voices high in ire. That warm molasses feeling that creeps down your gut when crisis is nigh. I don't know if it's him or the girl talking. Belfetto! We have flares of totally distinct essence. Now try to get the two of them talking. Isilmir, tell Alot why you have awakened. Fear, he's one who needed me, hiding in his own bone bag like a turtle in its shell. I never turned it over to you. Good, yes, very good. I can now see two separate patterns of essence. Where he ebbs, the other flows. It is as if awakened souls fills the space that he leaves empty. Go on. Alot, what's this about ceding space to Isilmir? I've given her nothing. She usurps me in my own body. Aye, and I lend him a pair too. Yes, I'd ask with I did. That old man of his. How the last time he laid a hand of us, I break it into 3 places. That wasn't your decision. It's never been your decision. I was an awakening, but now I'm stuck with ya, and damned if I let you nine drag us both through the scupper. Ach, very good. I think I finally got something we can work with. I tracked Isilmir's essence throughout the exchange. She had a particularly high density index during the most heated portions of the arguments, and her essence seemed to be localized most clearly in the lower portions of the subject's left rib cage. That's right around the spleen, which, of course, means that she is triggered by black bile. No doubt the subject's characteristic melancholy is to blame. That's utter horseshit. Black bile, is it? They certainly spat their share. It is a simpler explanation than I expected, all things considered. Yes, never mind my years of training, I suppose you have a better explanation. You're close, I think. Isomir's appearance are related to potential social trouble for Alot. I suppose that could be true. I'll have to check this against other research. Well and good for you, but that does... What does it mean for me? Okay. So what can we... What's this all about? Let's go with this one. It seems that Isolmir steps in when she determines that you're in danger. It's not clear yet whether this is a help or a hindrance. From my position, I say it's pretty clearly a hindrance. I got a lot of process. Regardless, thank you for your help, Tracker. Well, I hope this has been as useful to you as it has been to me. I finally have material worth publishing. You'll be the toast of Revna. Fanted Eloth. Aye, advancing the right-wise principles of animacy. Just what ya always wanted. Please, I don't want my personal information published like this, especially not after her nonsense. Yeah, this is hard. Let's go with honest. No, you get your explanation and she gets the research. That was the deal. I'm now gonna help you explain this one, Scholar Boy. Quest completed. Two-sided. Yeah, too easy. What's this? A major adventure in our keep? How will I know if he will succeed? I have no idea. Okay. I should almost go back and do this attack or resolve this attack. But this episode has been pretty long now, so...
Margaret's fire casts light in dark places.
Yeah, thank you, Dernis. So I will end this now and see you again next time. Thank you for watching and goodbye.